This is massive. This is a rematch, Sonny, but the last time it was a 5-minute affair. We didn't quite get to see what we wanted to see. This time we got 20 minutes. We can sit back, we can enjoy the jiu-jitsu and leave these two gentlemen to sort out their differences. We're talking about two of the best guys around.
Two of the best.
We're talking about Izaak Michell, training at a Henzo Gracie Academy in New York City. We've got Bob Frias, one of the top black belts in Australia, at a One Purpose BJJ. And Sonny, I feel like we've talked about this one earlier, but you know, the anticipation has been massive for this. This is a big matchup, and this is, you know, we're talking about two of the best guys in the country right now. Yeah,
easily. I mean, Izaak's been on an absolute tear since he's been out here, competing on all these Subversion events, getting his finishes, except for the Harry Kimura bout did go to the decision, but he certainly put it on the bigger man there. And you know, he's stepping up in some ways. Of course, still being a purple belt. Yeah, we'll see. Lately, Izaak's really focused on his wrestling. He's become a very solid wrestler, and anything this young man chooses to put his mind to, he tends to just excel at. He's just one of those guys. He's only 21, 22 years old, just an absolute monster, and really, I've talked about this before, he's the future of Australian Jiu-Jitsu. But in the last couple of years, the actual current, the present of Australian Jiu-Jitsu at black belt level has pretty much been Bob Frias. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, he's torn up the competition circuit around Australia for many years, and you know, very well established himself. He's got you know, 2020 Queensland State champ, BOA Super 8 Qualifier Series champion, Pan Pacs champion, 2 times Australian champion. You know, the list goes on. Yeah, and he's going to be wanting to take the title of the Subversion Sub-City 4 main event winner home with him tonight. Well, we've got these two bulls ready. They're ready to go, Sonny. Let's make this happen. Main event of Sub-City 4. Izaak Michell versus Bob Frias. "20 minutes on the clock." There's a quietness in the room, isn't there? There's a quietness in the room.
Bob, ready?
A lot on the line.
See some wrestling here from young Izaak, I think.
Yeah, Izaak working a lot of wrestling lately.
You know, Bob's no stranger to working from the standing position either, Sonny. He definitely enjoys a little bit of the standing wrestling.
Classic wrestler's tie-up.
So what you see from Izaak is big explosions. So he's strong, but he's fast, and that's what you're going to see. You're going to see him try and cause like a push-pull reaction here from Bob. See if you can get Bob leaning into him. See if you can cause some type of reaction, and then you're going to see him go through into a high crotch or double, or you know, you see him arm drag. This is what I'm expecting. But Bob's he's like a statue. Look at him. Super good posture there. Strong through the back. Pummeling for inside position. Sonny, I hope they don't run double this direction, because that'll be us gone.
Straight out the window. Yeah, now, nice little fake there by Bob. Just letting him know.
Stop. Reset the
middle. So restart.
Do you notice, and I was training with Izaak last week, what he does is he pushes into you a lot. So you've either got to push back into him, which is what he wants, or you've got to accept just getting pushed backwards. And it gets to a point where you go, well, what am I going to do? You know, I'm going to push into him, then he's going to time something. He really makes a forward, like a lot of forward pressure, and it can be, you know, hard to counter. You've nearly got to just meet it. He's been training with some of the, you know, some very good Slovakian wrestlers.
Nice,
and, you know, I know he feels very confident. Yeah, nice arm drag. Remember, this is a 20-minute, and Izaak just
return the favour.
Yeah, he's like that. It's like if you try to leg lock him, he's going to try and leg lock you. That's just that young bull competitor in him. It's a 20-minute affair, just remembering. See him pushing Bob to the edges.
Stop. Start in the middle.
Now, what you need to remember, I actually, one of my fantastic black belts, Ethan Thomas, had an 80-minute match with Bob Frias.
Yikes.
A couple of years ago at an odd sub-only tournament. And Bob, ooh, nice work here by Bob. Very nice calls.
Beautiful.
Yes. Caused Izaak the turtle. That was some very nice play there by Bob, who immediately moves into the back of Izaak. That was a big position here, Sonny Brown.
Right hook in, got inside wrist control.
Let's see
left
how.
hook, sorry, inside wrist control on the right side.
Well, let's see Bob's back control, because remember, everyone that trains at Henzo's, they put a lot of time into defending the back. And Isaac's very good at turning escape, so he's given up the mount here, but he has escaped the back. So Bob's going to try and use that. Yeah, he's going to use that Kimura grip here to try and, it's a topside arm wrap. He's going to use it to retake the back. And Isaac really needs to beat that before he can turn back into him, or he has to turn back over and give his back again. He's trying to, well, Bob's working into a katagatame here with a head and arm strangle as well, so he's showing him a couple of options here. Bob's trying to challenge him between the head arm strangle and the back take here, Sonny.
Dilemma.
Yeah, you could say that. And Bob looks strong too. Look at the arms and back on him. It looks like he's trying to squeeze Isaac here, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can certainly put a lot of pressure and make it very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, Isaac needs to be careful going his back here, because Bob's going to sink that elbow into the side of his neck, and that's what he's looking for this strangle here.
Yeah.
This is a very dangerous position for young Isaac here.
It's entirely possible to finish the choke from here if the pressure just gets on just right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like Isaac's got his right carotid open at this stage. He's got his shoulder down a little.
Yep.
But Bob's putting some pressure on him here.
Yeah.
You know, Bob's not having to work too hard. He's going to slide in behind him. And what Isaac needs is that right elbow back across Bob's center line. While Everett's on this side, he's in big trouble there. And that's a little battle they're having right now. You know, but he's got to be careful. See, if he pummels the elbow up and around Bob's head, he gives up that strangle. So he's decided to go belly down and deal with the back take, which is probably a smart decision. I think it's probably those katagatame, those arm-in strangles.
Yeah.
Those things will put you to sleep as quick as anything, Sonny.
And I'm sure Bob had very solid grip on there.
Yeah, and we're back. Yeah, there now. Now Isaac's got himself back in. So yeah, we're in the mount. I think I would say Isaac would prefer this position than where he was before. But this is a tough spot. You got like we said, one of the best black belts in Australia, and you're top of your mounted. You got to mind your manners here, Sonny.
Yeah, Bob with a deep underhook there on the left side of Isaac.
We're 4.5 minutes into the match.
Trying to extract that arm.
Yeah, so that elbow position that he's got, you see Bob's got his right arm under Isaac's left elbow. Isaac's elbow being above his shoulder line is not good for him, and that's why Bob's walking it up high.
Taking it higher and higher there.
Yeah, you probably see Bob bring his right knee up here and wedge it behind as well at some stage, because he's going to try and climb progressively higher to either force a back take or potentially an arm bar. It depends what Bob's game is here. But there's some solid control here by Bob.
Yeah, solid control and a lot of options to work for. Isaac getting it back down.
Yeah, and Bob fights immediately to put his elbow back under Isaac's, and that's the battle we're having here. So Isaac's a strong competitor, but Bob, like I said, Bob's very, very strong on top here. Isaac's going to give the armbar up, give the back up. He's 4-point in here, power half by Bob to force Isaac back down.
Nice work.
Yeah, this is a good, okay. That was a good exchange. Beautiful work. So it was a nice escape, and Isaac immediately sitting into the legs here. Goes to outside Ashi here, and you'll see some work there. Oh, and Bob just slips the knee line free. It was a nice outside heel hook attempt by Isaac. Now, this is where Isaac works to his 50-50 and inside Senkaku. So this could be an interesting position here, Sonny. He can bolo back to the back here, like you saw earlier. Or he's coming up. Isaac's hunting on the legs here. I think he was a bit unhappy at Bob hitting him in that position there, Sonny. He's going to go diagonal Ashi here in a moment. You might see Isaac pass the leg to a 50-50 here. Just watch what he does. Yeah, you're going to see Isaac either try and roll through and expose the heel or pass the leg back, and Bob manages to free the foot. Nice defense by Bob Frias there.
Great stuff.
Now we're back into a neutral position, but both competitors breathing heavy now. That was 6 and a bit minutes of pretty tough jiu-jitsu there, Sonny. And you got to remember, we're not even halfway.
Not even halfway.
And this is where 20-minute matches are interesting. Do you try and finish it in the first 5 minutes, which is what they're trying to do, or do you try and conserve? Because if you exhaust yourself, you can get beaten later in the match.
Both these guys so dangerous. Bob looking to pass.
He's got both feet on the outside, but you'll see Isaac try and pummel his left foot back inside with a high leg here in a moment, and probably try to make an attack on Bob's right leg. So Bob's going to kind of keep his hips back and just mind his manners there. Both competitors breathing quite heavy, open mouths here, plenty of sweat going on. Isaac's good with his 2-on-1s here. Might even go knee lever and try and off-balance Bob. It's an interesting grip. Bob squared his hips back up here. Back to a butterfly guard, butterfly half by Izaak. See those frames on the inside of the armpit
cross
by
frame.
Bob? Yeah, it's the frame on the inside. That was an elevation attempt by Izaak there. It was the those frames, those underhooks where they don't dedicate to an underhook and they just C-grip the armpit. You just can't drag someone in. So you've got to switch to other options here. This is what Izaak's trying to figure out at this stage. But that was, you know, some very nice attacking by Bob and some nice counter leg locking by Izaak. You know, that was a good bite he had on the outside heel hook, but Bob freed the knee line. Double Gucci.
Dummy sweep.
Yeah, you see how far Bob's hips are, but you're going to see a victor's roll here in a moment by Izaak.
Stop. Brace in the middle.
See the hips. See Bob's hips are right back there. Yeah.
He was anticipating it.
Just start
Don't
standing.
know where Kevin's going to restart them here.
Yeah, I think it's back into standing position is the way they called it.
Fair call.
Yeah. It's only if they were in some type of position, I think, Sonny. Like a legging tangle or back position that they'd reset them in it. I think you might find that's the IBJJF. Very strong. To which we're adhering to. Imanari roll. It's actually a Ryanari. I think you'll find he's got a 50-50 here. Yeah, it's a backside 50-50. So he's going to try and pass. Izaak's going to keep the secondary leg to keep control of Bob. So normally Izaak would go to the, he's gone to the primary, and there's the foot. Now this is where Bob needs to be careful. You just see Bob's knee. This is Bob's knee position that's doing well there, yes. So he's done well. Izaak wants to widen.
Back in.
Yeah. Yep. This is a battle here, Sonny.
This is so close.
Yeah, and he's going to roll all the way through there and could go outside. He's got the leg there. That could be trouble for Bob. He might have to tap it, or he's going to break his leg.
That looks on.
That was tight, Sonny. Bob just absolutely refusing to tap
shaking
there.
his head, saying no.
Okay, I apologise, Bob.
Yep.
That was scaring me, but
I thought the knee was
that man might have knees made of steel.
The match.
And look, you see Bob pummeling his left foot inside here. That was a nice little Ryan Ari roll there by Izaak Michell.
Now the Ryan Ari and the Imanari, is that the head position makes that difference?
Well, from my understanding, the Ryan Ari leads you to a 50-50. The Imanari leads you to a inside Sakaki, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong. You ask Jeremy Skinner, he's here. He'll know that. Izaak pushing the pace. They're not even halfway through yet, Sonny. Obviously, Bob's quite cognizant out there. If he's listening to us in the commentary box, you know, he's pretty relaxed out there, Sonny.
Wonder if that helps influence the judges, you know, getting up from a submission attempt, shaking it off.
I mean, it shouldn't. You have to favour the submission attempt, don't you?
I think so, but people are human.
Yeah. I think you have to favour the submission attempt. You can't favour getting out of something. That's not. You know, the idea is you don't get put in those positions. But I'll tell you, that was tight for a moment.
It was tight.
And Bob just absolutely refused. I just think he just wasn't going to tap. He just didn't look like he had any interest in it. And Isaac's got a tight inside heel hook. So, and this is a good. Nice arm drag into the leg there. So see, Bob had to step up, and a nice back step back into the legs one more time here. So see, Isaac's trying to pass the leg to the outside. And then Bob slips free. Yeah, nice attempt again. Isaac's starting to move here, Sonny.
Yeah, he's getting his
This is what I'm telling you. He's a fast, explosive athlete. Look at him. He just won't rest. Straight in on a double.
But good sprawl by Bob.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Bob had that 80-minute match with Ethan. He's not afraid to go long, and he's got like a warrior spirit where he just won't give up. And this is a fantastic test for Izaak Michell today. 9 minutes remaining in this match. Both of them kind of just catching a little bit of their breath here because that was some crazy explosive jiu-jitsu, and this has been 11 minutes now, that, Sonny. I feel like this main event has lived up to what we thought it was going to be. Standing position now for Bob, so double Kuichi again by Izaak. That's what you're going to see here. Bob sprawls, but he's got to be careful. Yeah, he leaves his neck open. Isaac's going to go arm in guillotine. Now he's going to go triangle, you might see. Oh, knee lever. Did you see that, Sonny Brown? That was a half-guard knee lever that off-balance Bob. Bob's like a mountain goat. He just keeps on top position. He's just got great balance.
Very smooth there.
Yeah. You see the way Izaak chains more than one thing together, though? It's very nice. But Bob's been up to the task so far. Oh, and just pops the knees through and makes Izaak turtle. He's going to look at getting the back again and manages to... Oh, he's gone into the arm one more time here.
He's got that left hook.
Stop.
It's off the top. They're going to have to restart it.
I think they're going to both be back in standing position here, Sonny. I think the competitors might think that it's going to be back on the floor, but I think you'll find Kevin's going to make them stand.
So on your back, Bob. Open guard.
Let's see.
Nope. back on the floor.
Having it on you.
No,
No.
Bob's saying no.
Both knees,
Bob's
both knees.
saying no.
Open guard.
What's he
Both
saying?
knees.
He's saying I was in full guard?
Ready? Go.
What's he saying?
Not sure.
Oh, okay, he was saying we weren't that close. Yeah, he didn't want to be...
Fair play.
Okay, fair enough. Remember, he's a guy that's competed a lot. He remembers his finishing position.
Savvy competitor.
Nice slide by Izaak. Showed a little back exposure there, but Bob managed to square up. See the pressure he's putting on him? See him pushing him into the corner here?
Reset the middle.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to walk him out the door there.
But I'll tell you, Isaac's mentally tough too. He won't give up. He's like a pit bull. He just keeps going, and that's why these two matched up is just fantastic.
The middle, boys.
Bob tried for that arm drag from earlier in the match, but his weight was way too far back there. I think he slipped off the arm. And they're both super sweaty at this stage. We've got hot lights on here. There's a bunch of people in the room. It's approximately 25 degrees in here, Sonny Brown.
Perfect climate for some jiu-jitsu.
I think so.
Just in this wrestler's tie-up.
So we've got 7.5 minutes remaining, Sonny. Who's got the better of the match so far?
Well, what's it going to come down to? Isaac's heel hook or Bob's
The
positional
back.
dominance with the back?
I mean, Bob's shown us that he can pass and make Izaak turtle, and he can fight for the back. And Isaac's definitely shown us that he can make entry into Bob's legs and try and put some heat on him. But neither have really come close to submitting each other. Oh, well, I mean, I kind of think the heel hook was close, but I could be wrong. Bob told me that it wasn't. So what do I know, Sonny?
But still, 7 minutes left.
We'll see if someone can find a breakthrough here. I mean, this is just a tactical battle, isn't it?
Stop.
Bob's got
Stop.
the fingers here of Izaak, and Izaak just pushing forward, gives him a nice little shove into the light. Bob's nice enough to fix our light for us. We'll put him on the payroll here.
Gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, nice shot. He's got a head on the
Right
outside.
into the single leg
Yeah, it's
from
got
Izaak.
a guillotine attempt by Bob. Oh, nice dump there by Izaak. That was nice.
Beautiful work.
And Bob just absolutely refusing to accept bottom position, and Izaak refusing to let him go, Sonny. That was a nice exchange of positions here.
Stop. Hold the position.
And now,
Hold the position.
yeah, now it's a butterfly position. They got both hooks in. So if I'm Izaak, I stay over the top of him now because I know he's going to kick me off
Same
and he's going to
position.
stand up. But does Izaak, is he thinking about that?
Position. Down low. Knee up, Bob.
Hold on. Just not. Leg up. Leg up.
Yep. See what I said, Sonny?
Yeah.
He remembers.
All right, boys.
Very good.
He remembers.
Go.
And there he goes.
Great work.
This is a guy that's competed a fair bit.
Clearly.
There's something for the young players at home to remember. If you're playing rules where they're going to reset you in the position you went off the mat in, remember the position you went off the mat in.
In the middle, boys.
6 minutes on the clock. Both guys breathing relatively heavy at this stage.
Playing that game of mercy there.
So he's looking for that entry one more time. Bob was having none of it that time. Didn't quite set it up the same way as before. But, you know, that's the thing. Isaac's always looking for something. At this stage, Bob's countering. Is he going to try and go toe hold on the top leg, or he doesn't want to give up top position? Is he just using that to stop Isaac's top foot coming in? Now, it looks to me at this stage now, Bob's playing like a tighter defensive game
Same
on
position in the
top.
middle, boys.
You know, as it gets deeper into this match, he probably doesn't want to accept a bottom position here. And so far, really hasn't.
Yeah.
He really hasn't been put on bottom for any serious amount of time. If he has, Izaak sat back into his legs, so it's going to be hard to break through his, you know, Isaac's going to have to work arm drags here. He's going to have to try and, you know, post on the hips, kick the knees out and just try to break it down. And Bob, you know, needs to come back in and go past the knees like he's did before with his passing. That, you know, he made a little Toriana past the knees before and he got a pass. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Izaak knees the chest and regains relatively easily. High legs into the far shoulder, and Bob's going to scoop to the other side, and this is a nice little passage of play here, Sonny. Isaac's going to invert through either into a triangle or onto the legs here. So you're going to see him take his head underneath and try and create something, I imagine. Bob's head's coming up, so you might see Izaak go back into tornado sweeps as well. He might even come to standing and try and force a victor's roll here. He just has to go back to bottom position. That's not a bad spot for Bob there. Bob's got a half guard with him pretty flat. He's got Isaac's elbow on the inside there. Looking at 4 minutes 25 remaining in this match. Big frames by Izaak trying to get Bob's head off him.
Yeah, big frames.
He just doesn't want to give. He might give up that underhook in doing that, though.
That's the problem with frames. Bob motioning to the ref that the hands over the face.
Yeah, I think you'll find he's not allowed to.
Yeah,
I think that's what he's complaining about.
Protesting. IBJJF. Yeah, you can't smother like that.
I think he's right. I think he's right.
He is.
I think he's right. So what Bob's saying there is Izaak was doing what they refer to as a smother, a little smother choke. And he's saying to George, I think he's saying to the referee and to George that you're not allowed to smother.
You can't. Yeah.
So we currently have a bit of a debate while the match is going on here.
Yeah, under the IBJJF rules, that's not allowed, and Bob was on top of it.
Izaak competes predominantly under a lot of submission-only rules, so I can only guess that he's assuming
that's what this was?
Yeah, that it was legal, you know. But it's kind of like most things. People will try it, and if the referee stops them, they stop it. If not, they keep going. I think that's where the confusion is here.
Yeah,
Bob's definitely unhappy with that.
Very unhappy.
Yeah, very unhappy. He's playing tight in a way now. Yep, same thing again here. We've got 3 minutes remaining. We'll see if we can get one last passage of play out of these guys here. Yeah, and Bob's looking for those knee cut pass there. He's got stuck in Isaac's Z guard again with the high knee shield. Going to see elevation attempts by Izaak. See him matching head height here. Bob's going to look to go past the knees again. He's had success with that tonight.
Yeah. Izaak sweeping.
Yep.
Kicks.
Bob entering back into the Z guard.
Yeah, this is a grueling match. This is a 20-minute, tough 20 minutes of jiu-jitsu, Sonny. And I hope everyone at home's enjoying, what you're seeing here today. This is what happens when you've got two really good guys going at it. They can kind of nullify to an extent and get their positions going. And I don't know how the judges are going to see this one, Sonny. I'm not sure. Do they favour the top position of Bob? Do they favour the attacking guard of Izaak? I don't know. Again, I say it each time, I don't want to be in their position.
No.
Arm drag attempt by Izaak and a little pass attempt by Bob. They're skirting on the edges there, and I don't like seeing them on the edges because I'm worried that something's going to unfold, and then we're trying to deal with playing on the side of the mat. So we're going to move him back to the middle here.
2 minutes, Izaak.
2 minutes left on the clock. I'm sure Bob remembers his position where they're going to restart.
He will.
No grips.
Looks like he's happy with that one.
Go.
Yeah, he was happy with it because he wanted to switch past the legs. So this supine position Isaac's playing now, it's hard to get the guy to come in. Like if he's not coming into you, supine's not the most useful. So Isaac's come to a seated guard here so he can actually start to try and put some heat on Bob. And Bob's playing a very square stance there. So what that tells me is Bob's kind of considering going either way maybe. Or he just wants his legs right away from Izaak. That could definitely be the case. Yeah, he's liking that kind of Toriander pass there past the knees, Sonny.
Yeah, it's worked for him.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a long way now from consolidating that pass. Long way from getting in on the hips there.
Yeah, now 1 minute left.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I don't think any of these guys could be out there thinking that they're well ahead on the cards.
No, I don't think so. So we'll see. Does Izaak try and put some heat on here to finish? Does Bob try and go for something? I mean, the submission attempt we saw from Bob was kind of the back attack early in the match. We've seen 2, maybe 3 heel hook attempts by Izaak.
Reset in the middle.
From memory, they're probably the submission attempts of the match, and then you have to consider positional dominance, aggression, who's tried to actually finish the match more. There's a lot to consider here. This has been a nice 20 minutes of grappling. I hope everyone at home's enjoyed the match these two have put on, because either way, this has been a cracker tonight.
Stop.
It's 20 minutes, but they've both gone at it the whole time. This is what it looks like, right at the top here. Oh, he's tried the shot. We've got a front headlock. Does Bob try to sit back and finish this, or does he just try to defend the takedown? I'm not sure. Isaac's thinking drag out. Yep. Separating the hands. Yep. You'll probably see Izaak shoot again, I imagine. You've got 15 seconds.
15 seconds left.
Yep.
In the middle, boys.
I think you're going to find that's where our match is going to finish. You're going to see one more M&A roll or Victor's roll. You're going to see something crazy out of the young grappler. Yep, trying to go into the legs here. Ooh, something right at the end of the match. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I don't know. I'm not sure how it goes.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got
It's tough. Let's see the judges going out there.
Judges out here to make their decision. Congratulations to both guys. They can both be proud of that. That was some good jiu-jitsu there. Here we got Sonny. Ooh, we got a split decision to Bob Frias.
With Bob taking it out.
2 referees to Bob Frias, 1 referee to Izaak Michell. That was a good match.
Great match.
And I think we're going to throw to Bob, and he's going to talk with our. He's going to talk with our promoter here, George Hamlin.
Congratulations, Bob. I'll let you catch your breath there a sec. Obviously, we know you can go for 20 minutes. You've been at one of my events before where you went for 45 minutes. Yeah. So we know you had it in you for a long, grueling match. Very tough. You did get into a bad position there with the caught in the heel hook. You managed to just slip out of it. Give us your thoughts on that one.
In that situation, my knee was out, and I was able to defend with my opposite leg. So it wasn't really my heel popped, but it's just like how it pops sometimes in a toe hold, sort of like the ankle mobility hasn't quite been there. So it was just like a stretch. It wasn't quite there. So I'm completely fine, my heel, my ankle. Actually, the only thing that's hurting a little bit is when he kicked me a little bit on the shin in one of the attempts to regard. That's hurting on the front of my tibia. No, the heel hook was fine. I've been training a lot of the heel hook entries and defenses, so I'm feeling very comfortable with it, actually. So it was a great match. Izaak's a very talented, young athlete, and he obviously has a lot of intention and power there, and he had really good entries. I'm happy that I was able to just annulate very safely everything that he did on me, because he had really good attempts and kept coming at me. I feel like I've dominated more the fight on the back in the situation, and again with passing, so it's a little bit more control. But it was a very good match. It was, quite a few. I don't know if you guys could see, but there was quite a few good guillotine attempts there that I was feeling was tight. I just didn't want to push it too hard and then land in a bad situation.
Even that at the very beginning, that takedown that led into the court, was it the quarter mount? You landed in the quarter mount and you had to kick it to the arm, like you're working for the arm triangle or the back there. What was you going for there?
Yeah, I was just trying to maintain the pressure and seeing what it was, because in that situation you got to give something up. So I was sort of trying to go to the back initially, and then I was able to isolate his arm. Then he started turning his back to the mats again and trying to regard to like a 3/4 mount, and I was able to keep that arm in pressure. So he spun back to belly button, and then went back to the back. So it's a very good control. He put himself in a bad situation in the beginning, but he was able to manage to escape very, very decently. I think a lot of people would have sometimes, if he jumps too much, that he gets caught in the arm triangle, the arm, but there's something's going to be left. So he was actually defending really well. Yeah, it was very good from his part in his defense here.
Well, yeah, like I said, you always show up. You're always keen to compete. You love competing. I know you've got a kid on the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And like I spoke to you before, hopefully we can get you back on at the end of September if everything plays out right, I guess. Yeah.
That's when my son is born. So it's due to September the 5th. We'll see how things go once the baby's out. Things are going to change a little bit more.
All right, I'll let you get off, and congrats again. And I just want to give a shout out to anyone here.
Thanks to Khalil, my friend there from Clube da Lutas, always come down to coach me every time I'm in Sydney. He's a great supporter, very good friend of mine, and very happy to always have him by my side every time I come to Sydney to compete and fight. And so thanks, Khalil. Yeah, very good friend. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. For
Good
the
match.
invitation.
Great match. Thank you.